Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't get a chance to come across this channel before, or if you don't know me, my name is Twaja, and let me introduce myself. I make DIY home decor stuff. Well, I get inspired from some high-end decor websites, or sometimes I just go thrifting and I come up with my own ideas for home decor. So if you like to do those type of things, if you are interested in making those DIYs, you will absolutely enjoy the videos that I've posted on my channel. Don't forget to check out other videos on my channel right after this video, and let me get started with today's video. Today's video is your most favorite topic on my channel, that is textured art. In today's video, I tried to create a Christmas inspired textured art. It is a tiny piece that you can make as an ornament or to put it as a gift topper. And it's super easy. It will take literally half of your day. That too, you can do other chores and then you can get it done. Amazing. And you don't need any extra tools for that. That's the best part. So let me show you what did I make. First thing that I can see here is a Christmas tree. This is absolutely entirely textured art. This I made on a wood slice that you can see here. It's super tiny, like it comes like it's literally the size of my hand. So yeah, I tried to make it in those. All three are just like that. And this is another Christmas ornament I tried to create. And lastly, I made this wreath, which is also an amazing. This is the first one I tried to make. I was so nervous while making it. Somehow it turned out really beautiful, just the way I tried my textured art journey. Now, one thing I'd like to announce, just before I was recording today's video, my YouTube came up with a notification that one of my videos reached up to 5,000 watch hours. And that's exactly the video that I've made for the first time for textured art. 1.5 years ago, I made a video for textured art and that has reached to 5,000 view hours. Thank you so much for that. And surprisingly, I'm making the video for the same project again. So I hope you will enjoy today's video. And I'm truly thankful for that to all of you. And let me get started with today's video.
If you have seen my textured art video before, you absolutely know that I use this LX Plus speckling compound as a base of my textured art product. I don't like to complicate this at all, so I decided to use the speckle again, and I will show you how I make my textured art paste. It's literally 2 ingredients and maximum 3 ingredients, and then you have your textured art paste ready. For that, you take about a cup of textured art paste and put 1/4 cup of white school glue. Just keep in mind that white school glue cannot be substituted by clear glue. It has to be white school glue, and if you feel that it's still too thick, the paste, if you feel it's still thick, you can add a spoon of water, a teaspoon of water, or even less than that. Just try avoid using water in that. And if you feel that it's too runny, decrease the amount of glue in that. Glue will help you to bind this paste together. So when the paste is dry, it will not fall off. It will not turn into debris or it will not break. So putting on glue in that is absolute necessary step. Once I had it all done, I swirled it really nice, mixed it up really nice for about 5 to 7 minutes. And just because this Christmas texture that I was trying to make from cone, I decided to make a cone out of that. For that, you have to take a Ziploc bag and a glass, and you know what you do, right? So I put my textured art paste in that. Well, I'm not a professional baker or not a professional textured art person who just do it on a regular basis. So I did not have anything to tie my Ziploc with, so I literally used my hair tie. But before you tie that up, make sure you squeeze it all together to the bottom of the Ziploc bag and squish it just the way I'm doing it right now, so it will not have any lumps while you're trying to put it on the textured art paste. Just in case if there are any lumps, you'll probably be having disaster, I tell you. So once I tied that up, it was all ready to use for a textured art paste. For my textured art, I had this wood slices which I got from Michael's back in 2021. Can you believe? I got it at a discount after Christmas, and this was about $4, but I got it for 50% off. So I got it for $2 each and was pretty affordable, like really good pricing in terms of wood slices. And these were actually to make ornaments, which I'm using now, that 2023 Christmas, but almost 2024, but who cares? For that, I took out the twine that had in it and I made a circle. So for the first design, I'm trying to make a wreath that has leaves, like a light green and dark green leaves, and some of the red accents in that. Do you remember the cone that I made? It's not working. It was absolute disaster for this. So I decided to take that all off and put it on a regular paste in a cup and use my knife instead. So I put it in a cup, added a teaspoon of water so it can go smoother than the cone, and I tried to make leaves for that. For that, you have to take a V-shaped long knife if you have, and on the back of your knife, take a textured paste and put it onto the textured piece. It will make a leaves like that. Well, as you all know, I'm not a professional, okay? So this is what I tried to make, but somehow after 5 or 6 leaves, I could actually cut hands onto that. So if you look at the end of the wreath, they are absolutely perfect leaves, and I think it will happen the same way to you. Just need a 1 or 2 tries, and you'll be absolutely fine at that. So I kept doing that until I had my round wreath ready, and I let it set aside so it can dry completely and I can paint on that. For my second ornament, I tried to create a Christmas tree from textured art paste. So I got a bunch of textured art paste onto my wood slice and I tried to create a tree from knife. Well, this was not working as I was expecting. So I just decided to put my textured art paste and spread it evenly in a Christmas tree shape. I did not plan to do it, but somehow the reason I changed my mind because it was not working. So I spread it that evenly, and once I had it like that, using the same knife, I created a texture like this, just like a Christmas tree, but in layers. So it can look like it's a layered Christmas tree. So when I paint it, it can look even better. The shape was pretty weird though in between, but somehow I managed to make a nice shape, and you will be impressed with the final product. But this was the process looks like, and I just trusted the process. And for the third one, I tried to experiment with making a half sliced orange, but somehow wasn't giving the vibes. So I still kept trying, but it wasn't working. As you can see here, the wood slice is pretty messy, not really giving a Christmas vibe for sure. So for that, I came up with the idea to make cherries because I did not have any red color textured art in all 3 of the slices. So I make cherries. Of course, Pinterest was my inspiration, and it was the easiest one was this one to make because you just have to use your knife, make a swirl, and then make a leaves just the way you did it in the first textured art. So this was the easiest. The third one that I made was absolutely the easiest texture that I can make. If you want, you can just make similar 3 or 4 of them and then put it on a trees. That should work too. I am so sorry, guys. I thought the lighting would be aesthetic, but I think it's more like a dark lighting. So basically, I just wiped the excess textured paste off of the wood slice that I had because it was sticking onto that. It wasn't really giving a nice background to the texture that I was trying to create. So I just wiped that off by the sanding paper and using my hands. It was a detailed work that I had to do, but if you know what you're making on your wood slice, you probably just don't have to go through that. And it's completely fine. It was looking perfectly fine after I sanded it off. And to paint that, I have obviously gathered all my Christmas colors, but I just wanted to go on more of a darker and earthy tones. So I mixed brown color in all 3 of them. So I had a light green, I had a dark green, and one was Christmas red. I added brown to all of them so it can give dark, dense vibe. So when I put it on a tree, it doesn't look lighter. So as you can see for the second slice as well, I had to wipe some of the excess off by sanding paper, and I started to paint that. I was trying to go uneven in terms of green and dark green colors. So I just picked random leaves to start with light green, and the remaining leaves, I'm just gonna be using dark green for that. In this, for the first time, I used really thick brush, and I realized that I probably just have to go with the thin brush, and that worked really well. As you can see, I'm just doing green colors now. For this kind of textured art, you probably just won't be able to go through that in one go. You probably have to make 3 or 4 coats for color, because it needs a little bit of detailing than the other textured arts, because they are leaves, they have sides and on the top, and I'm doing different colors, right? So I probably just need a little bit of patience and detail work. And I just realized my piece was missing something. So I made tiny red elements on the wreath itself, and that animated the entire look. I was absolutely impressed with that. And for the Christmas tree ornament, I added a light green color to the base, just the way I used it in the first ornament. I colored the entire tree in light green color and waited for it to get dry. This was a bit of a tricky part because it was having a lot of textures that I tried to create on that. And for the second layer, once it was dried, on the top surface, I tried to paint that with green color just on the lines that was enhancing the textured art. So it can look green and light green all together. It can also provide dimension to my textured art. So it can look more enhanced, more textured, and also looks colorful at the same time. So this was the second layer. For this Christmas tree, was pretty easy in terms of color. I did not have to go in detailing. Only there are a couple edges that I have to cover, but that was it for this Christmas tree. And I let it dry for about a day or so, just with any other objects. And for the third object, I painted leaves in light green. I did not go for dark green at all. I did dark green in the end. So I painted all of them in light green color, and all my cherries in absolutely amazing cherry color. I was in love with that. I have to tell you, this was the most favorite element that I made. Look at that color, man. It's so beautiful. So I made that. This is the first layer that I'm doing right now. I did 3 layers after that. And in the third layer, I painted leaves with dark green shade. It was all done within 30 to 45 minutes. Just the painting part took a little bit of time. And of course, I had to let it dry for about a day. So that took a bit of a time. But the texture art itself, from making paste to designing it, all together 30 to 45 minutes. And for this last ornament, it did not have any wood edges. So just to enhance it, I just painted the edges with the same red color as I painted my cherry with, and it was looking absolutely amazing. I think that's the reason I like this the most. And let me know which one did you like, because this was amazing. I liked it even more than the first and the second one that I made. And of course, my Christmas tree was missing some elements too. So I tried to put some red dots on top of that. Not many, just some to enhance its looks as well, in different sizes. So as you can see, I was looking really amazing, and I was done with my textured art. I let it dry, and I buffed off some of the excess textured art by putting on brush into that, and it was done.
Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you have enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on my channel, because that will help me to create my YouTube community. So once again, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.